think I should be live right now. Interesting. If I click on that, it shows that. Alright, and the stream should be up now. So, let me post that. I'm most likely going to be using different audio for this because I just also remember it's going to show everything that's on my screen. No, I decided to go into the other window. Okay, no need for me to worry. And it's been ages since I actually touched this, and I do want to stream a bit on this damn thing. Now, how the fuck am I gonna do this? But good mercy, what's going on? And surprisingly, there's a few people over here. And it's been ages since I touched you. And I don't even have as much storage space, do I? It sucks. There's a good chunk of people in B3. Interesting. Okay. I can go fight against Nashberry. I had fun fighting against him.
何をしたいのかな。またいつでもどうぞ。
I think it was experimenting. Oh, that's not. That's not. Ooh, I'm gonna have to remember how I did all this. Click. Oh gosh, doing this again in 2-button mode. We'll see how this plays out. Now let me also put some music in the background. Most likely this might have some copyright issues since I'm playing it off of my playlist that I had back then. I need to add more songs to this playlist, wherever it is. No, not yet. We're not playing that song yet. Why is there cricket sounds up in space? Since we're back on here, I'm gonna swap my fashion stuff. Who is... Oh, it's Sherelle. Let's go back to one of my old fashions, my go-to one, which would be... What's this one? Apparently it's saying that outerwear is in there. Wait, who has my outerwear? Oh no, not that battle suit. Jesus. And then for the weapon camo... Is it stuck over there in New Genesis? Maybe that's why I don't see that weapon camo. Oh well.
どのクエストにする?
I guess to warm up, let's go and see if I can actually do this against Masquerade.
よろしくね。
Gone
Funny because you make me remember like I suck. Oh, is he blocking my no attack now? I feel like this is easier compared to like last time. Oh, that seems so much easier.
Completed.
I wanted to actually climb it up because I haven't got to death match.
現在マザーシップ芝への突撃作戦が展開中です。これが本当に最後の戦いです。アークス各員がクエストダンサーに出撃をお願いします。
Why not? There's some people doing this. Alright. Do I need to do this? Not really, yeah. There should be like I don't remember. I mean, I can go to travel instead. Four to 11. We're waiting for one more. Oh, it's Kiara's song. Put that down. That's a saber. It looks like a saber. Oh, they're playing Luster. Someone can knock down here.
みんなの思いを感じる。
生きとし生けるもの、いいえ、今まで生きてきたもの、それらすべての願いがここに集う。
それは闇を払う光。大いなる光となって。
Oh, just remembering that person actually has Oh, wait, yeah, there's that trick. I forgot. Like, the trick is, you go up to the can trick before you spawn in, wait for a few seconds and then get in there so you can actually start doing damage. That's the thing. I forgot to say.
Emergency.
We're fighting right now. Oh, that explains it. This is not gonna kick my... Alright, hopefully it's a lot better, Candy.
なんて深い闇。けど諦めるもんか。
悠久の因縁に今こそ終止符を打たせてもらいます。
That's the one thing that I kind of miss in Just Attack, because it's like, you get a lot more bonuses and stuff if you actually, like, do it.
No, I'm still using a 2-click. I should go to 3-click on PSO2, but I'm just like going with 2-click still. Ah, yeah, this move. Now you can either run away or you time it so you can have iframes like that. Actually, no, there's no point for me to try to do that because, what is it? Yeah, the damage is being done over it this way. Gunner Gamer, nice. Hey there, how you doing? Where is he doing? Oh, he's doing the second step. And then, okay, I believe this is ignore that. Man, sword. Oh, this is so. And then he decides to put his eyes over there. Wow, I walked into that. Trying to burn up all my PV is so hard to kind of do that. What, where are you trying to get in between the breaths? Yeah, you have to do it in a way where you're not doing it too early or too late. If you do it too early, you're gonna get hit. If you do it too late, you're still gonna get hit. Or you're within that blast radius. But honestly, there's no point in doing that because, like, you're kind of wasting on your time DPS. Quote unquote, like how Star said. Because one of his hands should be on the other side where you can actually get some pretty compound damage on it. But let's just say if you were in a situation where it's like you have to quickly GTFO and get out of the way, you would want to. What is it? You would want to use that to your advantage. That just that small time damage. Alright. I keep on playing this game like if it's like NGS because I'm trying to like dash run, but that's not a thing, you know, because of dude. Man, I feel like this guy got weaker. Nah, it's still the same amount of time it takes to actually go into it. Maybe it just, what is this button? Oh wait, it's just drone thing, right. No wait, what is that button? I don't know what this button does. Actually, I can abuse those, that little water thing that he's doing. So I can actually use the counters. Man, I'm used to having like this just attack circle that I kind of had to be conscious of. Even though I wasn't a big fan of it, it's like, I don't know, it made me pay attention. Because to get the maximum damage output you can offer, you want to make sure you hit your just attack. Minus the fact that you were some other guys like some doesn't rely on you. Alright.
もはや語るべきことはありません。今は最後まで共に戦えることにただ感謝を。
私だってあなたが世界からいなくなるなんて嫌だ。だから絶対帰ろう。一緒に 誰一人犠牲になんかさせない。みんなで一緒に新しい
I
未
got
来
it.
へ。
I wasn't in there in time to take away the damn jackpot. Get this shit out.
Emergency code Q.
なんとまがまがしい。これがかの者の真の姿。
And then, okay, yeah, I don't have the dashy thingy. Now, if I did 3-click, I might have been able to do that so much more. Man, it is so smooth for me to actually evade properly with the rifle. I miss this sort of thing. Okay, yeah, that one was a... Okay, I didn't count that one.
決着をつけるよ。
Okay, I messed up on that. Yeah, I miss playing like this, the fast-paced action and the fact that I can animation cancel, because that's a big thing that still annoys me to this day on NGS. Like, don't get me wrong, the rifle is good and all, but you have to really time some stuff. There's only a few classes where it's like, yeah, you can cancel animation, or like you can smoothly get out of like some issues. Some of the stuff, especially with the launchers for like Ranger, you're not quick and adept to like cancel animation, dodge, get the heck out of that sort of stuff. Same can be said with the rifle, but it depends on how you're playing it, depends on if you're going up close and personal, or if you can do a distance. Also, it depends on like if you know your class and understand that, hey look, like I shouldn't be going this close or this far, and like the timing, the space between like certain moves. Oh god. I think I could abuse this if I time that right. Using the wrong buttons? Okay, where? I'm doing... The problem with me, I'm trying to go back into my 2-click back on PSO2, but then it's also like the 3-click is what I kind of memorized back in the new Genesis, so it's like, I'm struggling to remember how I exactly went about this. I forgot, I have Phantom Time, don't I? I should be bursting this too. And I should activate this before it disappears. And of course, the moment like I pop it, it moves. Okay, I'm getting hit by that. Stupidly. I tried to do that stealthily. Now I can get rid of this, pop this. Okay, now I'm mistiming. Get it burst to the ground. I did something dumb. I almost dead because of that. I am trying to remember how to do like 2-click, people. Alright, I can pop it. Iframe saved me there. I think I was trying to get into Katana back in the days. The two main weapons for Phantom that I did was the rod and the rifle, but the rifle I got a lot, I got comfortable with, and I started to so well in that. Granted that, I still question like the way I do my photon action, because I have a lot of PT as the Phantom rifle, and most of the time when I'm doing Phantom rifle, I'm relying heavily on my normal attack more than any other sort of action. Like, I got a lot of PP as you see, like 200, max of 296, but every time I'm like fighting, most of the time I don't even get below like 200 unless I really burned it up somehow. Which I should. But then I also gotta take account of the jetpack. Now he's gonna make this go closer, and then you gotta be careful of the thing in the middle. Yeah, of course I'm doing classic. I said I was gonna go back to this eventually, and I did. Right now I'm rusty though, especially since I'm also... I should change to 3 clicks just because I'm rebounding. I still remember how to do my 2 click over here. Oh god, I messed up. I might also go back to what I was doing for the luxury stuff there, and I figure out what weapon I converted to something else and go back to gun slash. Please, rifle is interesting. I don't know about that. I don't know, is rifle interesting? I make it look interesting, I guess. I feel like I'm not doing the best with it because I have a lot of PP. Like, if you're gonna be in a fight, you want to use everything to your advantage, and I have so much PP, it's like, it bothers me as I play rifle main. It's like, I need to burn this up so I can do as much damage. That's why when I play on Luster, it's like, it's a different playstyle because I'm a lot more aggressive with my PP. And also, since I'm using 2 click, it's also like, I gotta be like swapping between the different palettes that I have. I feel like I'm the only one that's still, oh god, he made that. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no, I barely survived that. I should have been dead. You see, my units is in the buff. I should be using Phantom Time. Oh, now we get finishes. And then the clap that like hits to get most people. Actually, no, we're doing so much damage, it's not able to actually pop this flash. Almost did it. I don't know. It seems like it's not nerfed. It took a while for us to actually get past that phase right there. I don't know. I can't tell. It could also be because of like the certain equipment people have, but I'm not looking at it. Now I could try to do Death 100 with Phantom, but I don't think I'm comfortable with it.
Completed!
I remember how I was just looking at all these things and be like picking them up. Oh, so different now. Crucifix time. I will make a separate stream for that by itself. Actually, collection files are still a thing? Huh. Oh, of course, I'm kind of capped. Man, so many things that I kind of missed from Oracle. Do Riot? Hell no. I hate Riot. Don't bring that up. No. Now, I did a short recording where I was like, kind of briefly explaining what I was planning to do on here. And I was staring at the blocks. They cut down the blocks so heavily on like Shift 2 over here on JP. And then there's also the NGS blocks. There's only like 2 blocks filled with people over there. It's sad just looking at the amount of people that it used to have and how small it is. Granted that some of these people could have went over to Flow instead. Now, I was just doing that because I was like, Anyways, I'm beating up Masquerade, by the way. Just to get it into the swing of Phantom again. Now what I'm gonna do, because I know that he's not really hurting me, no units, just using a weapon. I'm gonna be purposely squishy with this. Now, to make NGS interesting for me, I might just try to do some dumb stuff where, well, I say dumb, but it might take a long time, where I just use like some, not max equipment, to go through some hard content. Or, I don't know, to just kind of stay with like the current time or whatever's going on.
Emergency code you.
Ooh, this hurts. Oh gosh, I'm still doing like NGS stuff. I was like, why am I not swapping my palettes? Oh, it's because it's the shift, not the whatever the fuck the guy's trying to do. Oh, alright. That hurts. No, fuck the stamina meta. I'm going glass cannon meta. If I die, that's it. Game over. But no, I don't feel like... Because right now the current like maximum weapon is like, what, 7-star? I might want to try to do challenges with just a 6-star. And just like... not actually be on the meta. This is only... What is it, 87? 88? The reason why I was able to die was because 1, I got hit by that 1 hit, and 2, I'm not wearing any armor. I am not wearing armor while being
Emergency code you.
I will wear armor when it is time for me to do it, but for now, like, no. I need to go back into the basics, so why not? Oh yeah, he started nerfing. Oh god. Oh, the clones are coming in. Oh god, he's doing that. He's gonna grab me if I'm not careful. Oh! I am so squishy. Yeah, so this is the one thing that if you're not familiar with my streams, I know Cammy and John are both familiar with it, but there will be times where I'm just gonna do something dumb, which is like I don't have any armor equipped and I just get into combat, and the reason being is so I can get familiar with my class again and just go back to the basics and not rely on something like armor, because the armor that I have on here, it's stupidly broken because it's like endgame sort of affixes, augments, and it's tanky. Like, it's able to give me stats that I shouldn't normally have as a Phantom rifle, but, you know, I was that crazy to fix it. If I fight against 999 Masquerade, I'm very curious to it. I feel like my tank build might be able to withstand it, but maybe only for a few shots, because that's level 999 compared to my level 100 character. But yeah, that's the one thing to take account of with New Genesis. It's like, the levels kind of matter, but I hate how it's to the point where... Oh wow. Alright. he actually hits a lot harder than I thought. I might need to wear some armor, but I can't be like stupidly high up there. So, what was I about to say? Anyway, going back to the topic, yeah, the one thing to note with New Genesis is that it has that level factor, and you do need to be a certain amount of levels so you can actually do damage minimum and or maximum. I mean, there's no maximum. Minimal level, like, I think it's what, 4 levels below, so if you're trying to fight against a level 60 enemy in New Genesis, you had to be like level 56 for it to even register. After that, it's like, yeah, you kind of have like, you can still damage it. Now, if you go beyond that limit, you're not going to get the most XP, especially if you go 4 levels of, actually, if you go like, so that threshold is, what is it? So if you're fighting against a level 60 enemy, from what I experimented, it's like level 56 is the minimum to actually do damage to it. But then to get the most experience, I think it will give you as much experience until you hit like level 64 and upwards. After you hit like level 64 and upwards, you'll still get experience, but it's not like the same amount or good chunk of experience like how it was when you were within the level 56 to 63 rate. Now, I think the same thing is with Oracle, but in Oracle, it doesn't matter what your level is. You could be a level 1 fighting against like a level 30 enemy, and it's possible for you to kick its ass. Granted that you've got to be skilled in doing that. I don't think it ignores armor, because there's some players that have bots. Well, the difference in level is something to note, because it's level 999. It's gonna have stupid stats that's usually above the norm. Now, I've seen some videos where some people kind of tank a few hits, but it's not like they can... It's not like how I did in my tank videos where I was able to like only get like 2 digits, 1 digit damage. No, that Masquerade's gonna hit hard. And once again, it's like common sense in video games where if an enemy is just higher level, they're just gonna hit you hard. And that's why you would need to grind and try to get to the same level or try to find different ways to compensate against it. But yeah, it's like building tanky and all that. Like, I don't care what you build as long as you cover your basics. That's why I've mentioned in my video that I released. And note to that, I will be releasing the build that I did on here in Oracle in a bit. Now, I'm trying to figure out what units to use. I might just use, I can't put away my other units I used, didn't I? I might as well use these stat ones, maybe. Let's go with that. Let me use this thing. Is that my leg? That's my arm. Look at that pose.
Break it up.
I think that's leg. Yeah, that's leg. And then this is here. I'll guess I'll take the... What was that arm? That noble... Yeah. My old unit piece that I refused to like get rid of. So not using the best of armors. I need to smack Masquerade to heal myself. I think he does. I don't know. Like, the reason why I'm building up on this floor too is so I can experiment myself and see it myself. Yeah, I could see it with Hunter Iron Will. That can most likely give you multiple chances to kind of survive through it. I've seen a few videos where some people could withstand it, but the guy hits hard.
Emergency code Q.
I feel like, oh god, this armor, I might need to take off this armor piece. Because looking at it right now, it's like... God, I don't remember how to do my truth flick. I'm actually struggling. I'm so used to NGS configuration with the 3-click button. Ooh, I got hit by that. Oh no, I got hit by that too. Oh. You decided to do that. Weird. Alright. I shouldn't have done that move. I should have done this one. Get rid of the kill. Alright, yeah. I'm only gonna wear one armor piece because right now, I'm actually tanking them. Which is... Well, no, I can see why. It's because of the armor that I might just have the rapid piece that I have. No, I'm not just...
Completed.
Nah, if I'm playing on Oracle, I'm not just gonna easily go through 3 clicks. I mean, it would be very nice for me and it would be convenient, but no. For it to be a challenge to me, I'm gonna do 2 clicks. Alright, let me take off the armor, because that is making me too crazy. The only piece I'm having is this Bracky Shine.
決めろ。
Oh, he already blocked my normal attack. Wait, did I put this over? That's in my playlist? Really?
Completed.
I need to figure out what weapon I converted for my gun slash. Oh, I did spot that, didn't I? What am I shortcutting? Did I really? Okay, I guess I did. Interesting. Who was it? I think it was LVOS, or was it Rosa that actually configured the... No, it must have been Sherelle that actually had the key binding. Let me go back into Luster, because I missed that. Now, hopefully I have that gun set. Alright, fire elements. No, that's not it. Now I dropped something. That's the light one. Where's my fire? Nope. Is someone on India? Fuck. That's the apple. damn it. On higher floors? I might need to start swapping between weapons because the problem is, as I go higher, he's just gonna have more stats on him. And he's gonna get to a point where he's just gonna nerf all of my rifle stuff to the point where I have to use some other weapon, which is why I have the rod and the katana. I guess I'll climb as much as I can with just Phantom and go from there. I'll swap to Luster when I figure out where is my flame gun flash or whatever weapon has the flame on them. Anyway, be right back. I'm gonna hit the next song because I was not expecting Doom to be playing. Oh, it's Mori's song. Her debut song. Well, not debut, but it's like one of her songs that she played. Wait a second, I just realized she's with a big company now, so I'll let it play anyways. If I get in trouble, you guys can't see the stream. Oops. Then again, I'm not being monetized. If I'm going to go through all these like challenging game modes, I kind of want something to just vibe to.
Emergency.
Speaking of vibing, I guess I could also go back to. Oh, I tried to do that. I saw that. Ooh, wait. What is this skill set? I do not remember this sort of setup. Oh, I took that damage when I could have. Nope. That's not good. Swirl. These clones before they start attacking me like that. I think something just saved my clone. Oh god. I almost died from that.
Completed.
Hey there, Alex. How you doing? Man, my brain is trying to remember how to play Oracle, but then NGS keeps on popping in my head. It's like, you hold on to this button so you can actually do a dash. And it's like, wait a second, now I'm just trying to do a dodge, a step dodge. I tried doing this the other day and NGS spoiled me, forgot like... No, that's what I'm going through right now too, Alex. I cannot... It's still muscle memory, but at the same time, it's like NGS is kind of conflicting with how I do things. Because there's a certain button that I do for... Well, note to that, I'm also doing 2-click, which is not ideal. And a lot of people moved away from it ever since 3-click became a thing. So it's a bit difficult for me to wrap my head back around the 2-click stuff. It's kind of a challenge, and then just like, yeah, there's some stuff that it's like, wait a second, no, I'm not trying to dash, I shouldn't be dashing, I should be doing a dodge. Or like, click it once, I don't need to hold on to it, so New Genesis is making me like go back to some other things I've been doing. Yeah, so that, I need to find my flame weapon. I don't know which one it is, but someone has it. And I converted something so it can actually be used. Ooh. I swear, like, I still give points to Masquerade because it's like, it feels like he's being reacted to what you're doing. He's not like... Well, sometimes he does some dumb stuff, but it's like, he's very, especially when you go to the higher floors with him, it's like he's becoming reactive to everything that you do. He will chase you, he will try to fight you, he will adapt. Like, he is such a good partner and a good game mode to kind of go back to. It's like, which other boss, like, in the game could do this? That's why, like, Masquerade will always have my respect, and I will always go to him to just fool around with him. Like, even right now. He's also a good practice partner, regardless of, like, whatever you're doing. Because he's not gonna, like, just be shy and ah, fuck. And yes, but it's still confusing me. I have not hit myself properly. Fuck me. So, I saw Dave's video on, like, Katana Braver on New Genesis, and I'm kind of annoyed with how, like, it became it was like a cancel animation where you can block it and just make a quick photon action or whatever, just continue doing that, expand it. It's like, no, it's not supposed to be like that. Granted that I kind of did that lazily with Braver in the past, but still, you shouldn't really do such an exploit. Well, I can't even call it an exploit because it's built in, but, you know, the team should have actually noticed that and then made sure that that wasn't a thing. That's the problem with, like, not only in well, the thing with Sega is that they don't balance your classes correctly, or, like, they don't do things correctly with it. Because upon, like, the release of Heroes, if you were there on JP, it was like, it was very questionable on terms of, like, well, it was broken. It was so broken that everyone was going to Hero, and like it was able to solo so much content without having to break a sweat. And it's kind of sad that there's still issues where it's like, oh yeah, we still have problems trying to balance some stuff out. The same can be said with certain photon actions, like they nerfed satellite cannon back in the days with Ranger, then they nerfed the certain skill with Braver back in like episode 2 days too. So there's so many things where it's like, if you guys learn from, oh god, I took a lot of damage from all those points. That hurts. And I'm still doing the same things that I'm doing in New Genesis and it's not working. I'm like, why am I not being healed? Oh yeah, because I didn't click on certain things. Yeah, that's the thing with Fate for me. It's like, I have freedom, especially with how they design the combat, especially cancel animations. That's kind of big for me. Because it's like, okay, I'm stuck in, I don't want to be stuck in this animation. And I have the freedom to actually cancel out of it. Back in New Genesis, there's only a few classes that can do that. And even if the class is quick about like getting out of it, you still gotta time it. Now, I'm not saying that Oracle doesn't have some classes that, I think there's there a class that has it? There might be a class that actually has issues doing cancel animations, but most of them gives you the option to get out of it. I think Ranger actually has an issue with trying to get out of cancel animations, and it's a bit rougher to use Ranger if you're not in a party. If you were to solo content, it's a challenge, I would say. Especially if you go up against like Masquerades. Granted that I'm not a Ranger main, so I can't really vouch anything. Honestly, I started to get a bit more serious with actually, I tried to do so many things in the past, but every time I left the game, they changed the meta. Back then, I remember in episode 4, I was trying to go really glass cannon with like Fighter Hunter, but when I saw other fighters that were excelling well and whatnot, I kind of stopped doing that and just tried to find something else. I was trying to go into Force, but then I stopped doing that too because, well, I was leaving the game.
Emergency code.
Some other things pop up. God, that hurt. Yeah, the one thing about Phantom though is like, if I use that twirl dodge move of mine, I still will get hit if I'm not careful with the timing of it. Because when that Mastery was doing like the dash and then the attack moves, like I got hit by it. Now he's gonna try to... Yeah, nah, that's on me. I didn't time that right. I could try to run to keep my distance so I don't get hit by that, or I time it where I can get iframes in and just evade it. I feel like... I don't know. I could get... Like, I already know the appeal of New Genesis, why people like it. I'm just like playing Oracle, but I'm just... I don't know. Like Scar said, it's just... I guess we're kind of biased towards it, and it's just like the way things were done. I mean, I can't point at any other video MMORPG that caught my attention like Oracle has, not New Genesis. Because there's not a lot of games where I have the freedom to actually evade as quickly like how I am in PSO2. Actually, there might be some games out there, but I don't know. It's like, it's fast-paced, and I like fast-paced combat, and the fact that I'm able to at least evade, dodge at a fast pace as well is like pretty nice. Granted that in the beginning stage of this game, I don't think it was like that. Or maybe it was. No, it was slowly getting there, and I got my sweat hand in me. I'm dead. If I wear armor, I can cheese through it, but I don't want to do that. I mean, I literally went through this game with like shitty ass equipment too in the beginning, because I was very cheap about like doing upgrades and spending so much money, especially with the old fix system, which is the old type design thing. That was so bad that I had to go through a cheap route. Pretty much, I took a 3-star, I extended it to the max level, and I was using that on like super hard content. And I also did the same with units as well. Actually, no, with units, what did I do with units? I think I did the same thing with units, I don't remember. I think I used a 3-star unit, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Because I can't find those 3-star units. I might have used something else that's like not the max level, but I used like cheap units as well. Yeah, I literally used a 3-star katana extended level 9 or 10, and I was fighting in super hard content, and I was actually doing pretty well, despite all my pals saying like, hey, you should upgrade, like, you'll do a lot more damage with this. I'm like, no. I'm not gonna waste money on that stupid fix system, because I'm afraid. Well, not the fix system, it's the grind system back then that was atrocious. Okay, I'm fucking up. I am fucking up. Hold up. I might need to get into game mode if I die one more time against this dude. In the past, it wasn't... So, the only reason why I would say, and I'll make a video talking about it, that New Genesis isn't different. PSO2 had a certain period where it was difficult because of the circumstances. You couldn't easily buy like the top grade weapon. There were conditionals out there. If you had, you kind of had to farm your book for it. And the same could be said with New Genesis, but at the same time, you can still pass through the game or most of this content with like low grade equipment. And
Emergency code.
PSO2 wasn't as well polished as it is now. Well, I mean, Oracle still has a bunch of questionable things going on because, like, there's some stuff that I wish it had an Oracle to that'd be kind of fixed. But yeah, back then it's like, damn it. Ow. Oh, I fucked that up. That's kind of cool. And, like, he already killed me, but then I was still frozen in time before he did his finisher. That's nice. But it's just that Oracle... Oracle has its problems too. I can say that. But for episode 1 through 3, it wasn't that... Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Episode 4 started to change a lot of stuff, but it added a lot of quality of life stuff I wish they had in the past. Then episode 5 came out with the release of Hero, then that started to kind of go too broken, and then they had to try to balance Hero out, and then they kind of messed up here and there. But it's not new because they've done that for several classes. Some people were talking about how Braver with their Shunpei nerf, it was bad now. And then also the same could have been said with like the Gunners with their certain... What was it? I can't remember. Something got nerfed with Gunner as well, and then people were complaining about it, but that's always gonna be a thing. And episode 6 came around, and then the classes were kind of... Was it broken? It kind of... It did alright. It kind of balanced out the stuff, especially since Hero's kind of... I don't know if Hero was like broken. After they fixed the fact that it was stupidly broken. But yeah, it took a while before it got to where it is now with the smooth action and gameplay, but... With New Genesis, I can't really say the same, especially since canvas animation isn't a thing, and how sometimes I don't feel like I'm able to get out of the animations that I wish I could easily get out of. It's not as fluid as it was. But then again, it depends on when you join the game and your thoughts and opinions and all that.
Emergency code.
Like I remembered, I just... Well, what's that shit? Yeah, I kind of stick with Braver because it was like fast-paced, and then all these other classes. I mean, Fighter was pretty good too back then. Just that I was sucking with Limit Break. And then when I tried to actually invest and get into Fighter, I was slowly getting alright with it, but still, it wasn't like that was the... I didn't excel well in it. Braver was the class that I really excel in, but I didn't really try out anything until like episode 4. Now, I wasn't here during episode 5, so I didn't really try out Hero in that path. And then when I got back at the end of episode 5 into episode 6, it was like, alright, let me try out some of these new classes. Dang it. My brain is blanking out because I'm like, wait, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to hit certain button that's not working to change my palette. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Like, even in the past, you could say it wasn't hard, as long as you're able to farm and get some of the best stuff. But even then, you didn't need the best stuff to get through it. So, I guess, like, I'll make a video talking about it, but PSO2 and NDS weren't really hard. There were circumstances that made it hard, but it wasn't like you couldn't do anything in the game if you didn't have, like, the best endgame stuff. You could get through it. I literally went through episode 2 with, like, a 3-star weapon. And that kind of helped me get better with Braver because I purposely nerfed myself to the point where once I took off that nerf, it was like I was good at my craft. I was good with Braver back then. Like I knew how to like try to time it, my counters, my parries. And right now I'm getting my butt handed to me by the asteroid with Phantom. Oh wait, that explains why. I'm not using the right and yeah, the just attacks, they made it interesting as well. Like, even though I wasn't a big fan of it, because I mentioned this in RC stream, I wasn't a fan of just attacks. But they added flair to it because it's like, hey look, you can't just bash the normal button and expect you to just get through the content. You actually have to pay attention to what's going on.
Completed.
Hey there, Hiku? Man, I miss base PSO2. I know it's still there, but it's not the same with many things they removed and knowing there is no more progression. That's the sad part. I wish Sega didn't kill off PSO2 Oracle because it has so much to deliver, but there's no grand incentive other than like trying to get the titles and star gems from doing story and some bonuses if there's an event. There's no giant incentive to go back to PSO2. The currency is kind of outdated. The outfits and stuff are outdated. It kind of sucks that you also have to rebuy some of the stuff that was in Oracle over their new Genesis because of the specs. And I saw a video, I forgot who the username was, but I saw a video that caught my attention for a bit talking about new Genesis, and it was joking, pointing out how everyone wants like new Genesis to actually be up there, grand and good and all that, but he mentioned how this game is, or how new Genesis is kind of like a cash grab now. And I kind of have to agree because the only reason why I want to go into New Genesis and kind of play there so I can get money so I can buy for the fashion stuff. That's the only reason that kind of pushes me to still do so. But like right now at this moment, it's like it still isn't a good drive for me to do such a thing. Hey ECU. It just sucks that like they killed off Oracle. I wish they still kind of kept some stuff going and do some small little events where you can maybe do more with the NPCs because you know this is 8 years worth of stuff that's been going on. Well, granted that if you were playing a global, it's like a bit different because what is it? It's only been a year or two for you guys. And I still wish that Global kind of took their time a bit and made you guys like the game a bit more than have to rush through a bunch of stuff. Because right now, I don't know what to say with New Genesis. I mean, there's a lot I can say. I already said it multiple times with a bunch of different people, bunch of different videos. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me right here, unless I get out of this. You almost had me masquerade. Except I did not hear myself properly because I'm keep on moving around like a dumbass. Ooh, I saw that sword slice. Oh no! I was like, why am I not moving? Oh, it's because I'm living in the second corner. No, it's always, every time he summons clones, he takes pop shots at me like that. Fucker. I hate him for doing that. Every time I know he's summoning clones, I go to the Photon action, this Photon action right here, where I'm like trying to shoot all of them, which is nice and all, but he always takes like the rapid shot projectile of his and gives pot shots at me because I'm standing still and I'm hitting all of them. Mofo. I demand you like other day asking how you were doing and got ignored. Oh, you did? My bad if it seems like I did that to you, ECU. I don't know what happened last stream. Did I ignore you? I thought I responded to you unless it was delayed or something. Well, I apologize for that, but... unless it wasn't... Was it last stream? I just don't remember. Yeah. There's so much shit going on my end in real life. I'm taking the time to just try to not think heavily on this stuff. The big thing is just my dad's still in the hospital and there's a lot more complications to what we had to do later on, but I might make a separate video going into that. I don't know when I will release it, but it's just kind of hard for me, but I'm trying to use the time to just ease off of it. Granted that I'm also unemployed, yay! And I just realized, should I call someone about something, but I'll do that next week, I guess. Oh, it was on Discord? Shit, I guess I did ignore that then. You see, I'm not... Did I ignore it? Fuck, I guess I did ignore it. I apologize about that, ECU. But yeah, it's just that I'm here just trying to struggle with life and helping my parents out. Yeah, I'll make a video talking about New Genesis story. It annoys me that, especially when Oracle in this beginning phases, it wasn't that, it didn't go into like hardcore stuff with the story yet. They were building up, which makes sense. Especially introducing characters and getting you to know them. But the way they did it in Oracle, actually, instead of talking about it, let me just fucking Alright, I'm gonna pause my battle music and just, put the audio for PSO2 instead. Like, I can talk about some of the detailed stuff. Now, I think the new stuff that they added in terms of, like, some NPC content for New Genesis before I stopped playing the game, they did add some bits where you can find the NPC out on the field and they can disclose some bits and information. But I'm kind of annoyed of how, like... There's some things that, I don't know if you guys were there ever since the beginning of Global and you actually toyed around with the meta board. The meta board, even though it was annoying and tedious, especially to those who had played in the past on JP PSO2, the meta board was a way to kind of interact, get a bunch of free stuff, but it made you go and do this thing so you can progress through the story and also unlocks various things. Now... the one thing that kind of annoys me is how your character in the game isn't as interactive, or it seems like you're not doing as much. It's especially with the cutscenes, it seems like you're a third wheel. You're just there. Even though, yeah, you get acknowledged every now and then, but it's like you're kind of there. You don't have those same dialogue choices. It doesn't seem like it's a one-on-one interactions at times. It's always someone else with you, and it seems like they've been directing their attention to the other person than you. Like, in Oracle, they made all these different, like, where the heck do I find these things? It's not there. Is it here? Where is it? Oh, I'm guessing it's actually a countdown of the story progression. This character is technically on episode 1, but apparently showing me episode 3 content. Actually, better yet, I guess I could go to this. Yeah, there we go. Where it shows that I completed it. With side stories. Like, if I go into this cutscene. That is not in English! Like, the one thing to note when it comes to, like, sort of character development and just, like, having a sort of interest in these characters is them to personally do something to your character. The fact that in Oracle these characters are literally talking to your character, it's a one-on-one where you could most likely maybe give a response or just like listen to what they say, that still establishes a sort of connection, and it makes you slowly start to try to figure out who this person is, or like try to figure out at that time and moment, hey look, this character might be batshit crazy, or maybe this character is actually nice and gentle. Maybe I would want to, like, you know a bit more about this
仲が多く
person.
て面倒なんですよ。じっくりとお相手してあげたいんですが、数が多いとそうもいかないんですね。
Yeah, so ECU. I've been playing this game for years, but I have not gone through the story. I have not finished the story for Oracle. I'm starting episode 3. This is how late I am to story. The reason why I skipped it was because I was just doing a bunch of other things on PSO2. Story wasn't as important until, now.
増えましたよね、ダーカーが。いっぱい倒せて楽しいですけど、多くて面倒なの
Yeah,
は嫌ですね。
I'm a weird PSO2 player.
リサは倒すのはだから。
Like, pretty much what I'm getting at is that the fact that it's a one-on-one sort of interaction where you're literally getting to know them, it's a plus. Now, I think, once again, before I left the game, you can find the NPCs out on the field and they can give some disclosure about their personalities or some bit of history, and I think that's a plus, but I wanted them to kind of add that in the beginning of the game because, that helps establish, like, some characteristics for these characters and also just get you to kind of know them a bit and maybe form an opinion or like some sort of connection with them in some way, shape, and form. Yeah, so what was that? I do 2 click button modes still on PSO2. I did not do the story, even though I've been playing this game for years. What other things? I haven't tried all of the game modes, or I haven't really done a lot of stuff, like haven't done a lot of the challenge quest stuff, and I haven't done a lot of the, what was it called? The endless quest ones? Yeah, endless quest ones. So this, I come to and fro with Oracle, and like, even though I did a lot of other things, it's like I didn't excel well in these things too. I should have, but I'm getting to it now. I mean, especially since, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with NGS at times. It's like, yeah, I could farm, but it's not as interesting. And the big thing that I kind of reflected back on is when you go to the free field, because I was bringing this up to Scar, and Scar doesn't remember what I was referring to. But when you go to a free field quest, or any sort of quest whatsoever, like, emergency trials pop up left and right at random. Yes, the maps aren't that big and open-ended, but the reason why I can tell certain stories about just some of the stuff that I'm doing in this game is because of how chaotic and random the maps are, and I kind of wish that NGS had that sort of element. I mean, granted that it's easier for spawns to just pop in like a few seconds after you kill it and just do that endless farming that people are doing nowadays. It's like, where's the flair to it? Like, I could be running around the quest and field and I could just be fishing, and then some other player comes in and activates an emergency trial where it's like some giant dragon chasing after them, and then while I'm fishing and mining, they just decide to run past me and that dragon focused on me. Boom, there's a story right there. Some dummy decided to run past me while I was fishing and got this boss to attack me. Yeah, I kind of get mad at that, but I mean, that's a story right there. And with New Genesis in this open field, it's like, you can't really get that same sort of vibe where it's utter randomness. But then again, it depends on your personality, your likes and dislikes. Some people don't like that random factor. They want it to be fixed and maybe, easy to kind of predict and be like, okay, yeah, we finished this emergency trial. The next one's over that way. It's not gonna sneak up behind me like this boss that happened in, like, Oracle. Now, as I say this, I do not, this map does not have it. Not only that, like, these small areas are randomly generated, so sometimes it's like, yeah, you can easily pick out where the next area's at, so you can easily go to it. Or sometimes you hit the dead end and you're like, great, now I had to walk all the way back. And that's, yeah, tedious, but there's a story for you. New Genesis, it hasn't really done that sort of effect to me, and I kind of miss what Oracle was able to deliver. I mean, there's also that too, like some of these emergency codes have been annoying people to no end, but guess what? People made simple arts, memes, posts about it, and you know, that kind of established like, hey look, this kind of got its fame, its glory, and you kind of paid attention to what it did. I'm trying to run around the map and try to get some emergency try to kick in, but it's not working right now. I guess the game doesn't want to deliver the same points that I'm talking about right now. That's ultimately what the thing that's pretty much what happened with me, ECU. The reason why I haven't played as much in New Genesis is because my close pals, especially those who I've been playing with years on in this game, it doesn't matter if it's like, for some reason we always met up in PSO2. Even though they didn't play as much and they decided to lobby fag or hang out in the lobbies, it's like I always meet them in PSO2. We always hung out on PSO2. We always bitch and complain about small little things. Granted that it's game related or not. Like, we still do it on PSO2. Like, there's a lot of history with the stuff that I did in PSO2. And it can be said with some other people as well, like in your case, ECU. It's sad that they decide to... I don't know. Like, the reason why my pals left... Well, I do know it's more of a rhetorical statement of me saying that, but the reason why some of my pals left is because it didn't really bring anything new to the table, and I guess that it didn't have the same sort of flair that PSO2 had, because in a sense, yeah, New Genesis is executing the same stuff that Oracle did, but it didn't really push my pals to just idly hang out in PSO2. Granted that they'll always come back every now and then, but it sucks that my core pals that I've been through PSO2 with, they're not on this game anymore, and it sucks because like that kind of pushes me away from playing. That's the only factor that kept me in this game, my pals. But if they're not even going on to PSO2 on like at least a few online basis and all that, it's like, what's my drive to really stay in this game now? You met your coolest people and then your girlfriend on here. I mean, I feel you on that. Literally 80-90% of the people from my alliance are gone, and it sucks there are only select few that still play. I miss everyone so much. Now, I totally understand what you're saying, because I have the same... There's some of my other pals too that have the same sort of sentiment, where it's like, they literally are playing because of their friends and the people they met. This game, I'm biased towards it, or Oracle especially. I have a bias towards it because it helped me improve on various things that I kind of sucked at in life, and in various other things. I mean, some of you guys are still... Shout out to you guys if you are still subscribed to me, even though I'm not doing as much like New Genesis content. Like you guys are still sticking around with me, despite all the things that I've been doing and me not posting anything and me not streaming as much. Hopefully I can stream a bit more. That might change maybe at the end of this year, depending on like my financial situation and stuff that's going on in life. But since I'm free now for a few months, I will try to stream. I will try to release as much content. And like the big thing is, I know I haven't finished my stuff on PSO2, even though it's outdated, even though it's not updated. It's like I still got stuff to deliver. I still got some opinions to do. I still got some tasks to do. And I'm glad that I didn't finish it, because I can now go back to it and really relish and enjoy the stuff that I kind of skipped over. Granted that I was going at my own pace and I was doing whatever I want to do. And that's why I still haven't finished a lot of other things as well. Games that I really like, I tend to just go at a very slow pace and I don't rush through everything. This game and Honkai Impact 3. Honkai Impact 3 definitely has my attention, despite me not playing it as much, despite not knowing everything that happens in the stories. It's just that it still drives home with me because it's a game that I really like in terms of how they were able to develop some key aspects that I cherish. Like story development, character development. Those are the two big ones. And it just sucks that maybe they shouldn't have named New Genesis because that new bit, or New Genesis in itself is just saying that it's supposed to be a grand revelation. It's supposed to be new, but it hasn't really done that. And it kind of annoys me that they're just recycling stuff, even though it's upgraded and it's like maybe better in terms of graphical performance than Oracle. It's like you're still recycling some things. I kind of wish for something new. And yes, they did make it open world, but at the same time, it seems stale still because it's like there's not a lot of randomness to it, like how it was in Oracle. Maybe it's once again because I'm biased towards Oracle. It's because I've been exposed to it for many years. I've seen all these things, but it's hard not to compare when you've been exposed to something that was pretty good, and then you look at New Genesis and it's just like, and not only just me referring to like Oracle, it could be said in other video games as well. I mean, Oracle right now is just kind of still, I mean, New Genesis especially is still small compared to like some grand MMORPG that released itself like during its grand reveal, where it had a huge open world. The thing about New Genesis is that stuff is still locked unless you do certain things. Like it's like if I want to go through this region that is apparently locked to me, I had to go through a story. It's like in some open world MMORPGs I played, yeah, I could actually travel around the world, but there might be some consequences, but I can still travel around the giant world and get to see what it has to offer. I did that a bit in World of Warcraft back in the days, and then also, what was it? Perfect World, I guess? I don't know. There's a bunch of MMOs that were very big, and there were times where I just wandered off and question, where the fuck am I? I remember one MMORPG. I don't remember the name of it, but there was one MMORPG where I was so curious about it, I decided to just literally walk around the entire place, and then I realized, like, halfway through my adventure, holy shit, one, I don't have a mount, so I'm just, like, gonna travel back slowly to the place that I'm supposed to be at, especially since my starting quest is in that town. But I ventured so far off, I got lost in that world. And when New Genesis was gonna deliver something like that, I was hoping for something like that, but, you know, it didn't happen. It's not like that. But then again, I guess expectations were too high for me, but, you know, I just want this game to, especially New Genesis, to kind of thrive, but it's hard for it to do that when I question the direction and movement it's going, and then I also question how you have this game, Oracle, that it also had some rough spots in the beginning, but it still pulled a good chunk of people, and people still played it, even though there were points where it dipped down and it was like, hey, nothing big is happening. People were still trying to do a lot of stuff. And the way they executed stuff back in Oracle, it kind of made sense, and it was kind of obtainable, but But, I mean, the same can be said with New Genesis in terms of that progression, but still, it was interesting because it was able to balance out all of the things that it has to offer. Balanced out the story, balanced out the content, balanced out the stuff you would want to do in Oracle. For New Genesis, it's like, the big thing they didn't balance out is like just the story and whatnot, because I feel like if they made the story a-okay, interesting, people might still stick around and try to do some things. And not only that, maybe if they expanded a bit more on the various activities other than just like farming mindlessly into the abyss to get money, like if they made it in a certain way where you could do a client order or a quest or do something where you can try to get some steady income or just give some incentives here or there, that would be very interactive. And some of these emergency trials, emergency codes, that was a very, like, the stuff in Oracle, yeah, it can get annoying and tedious, but, I mean, there were a good chunk of quests and stuff. Why didn't they add that sort of flair over there in New Genesis? Let me go over to New Genesis, because what I was trying to show over here is, like, something that kind of irked me over there in New Genesis. Because in New Genesis, like, if you go to any sort of area, there's always that one emergency trial. It doesn't matter where you're at. The emergency trial is at that fixed location, and it's going to stay there until someone clears it, or it expires. But there's no other emergency trial on that map, which could be a good and or bad thing. Da-da-da-dun. Yeah, that's the thing, ECU. You're the homie, stay up. One of the few things that interests me is Dark Files Rank 2. Yeah, a lot of people were telling me about that, and gamble fixing. I guess that is a challenge, isn't it? To try to use as little resources to try to get the best sort of fix. That's what I was going to be hinting at to do in New Genesis, but that depends on if you want to take that risk or not. He said, I try and chime in to stream when I get to work. If not, have a good stream, man. Glad to see you still around. I'll hit you up later. Alright. See you around, ECU. Is that person trying to hit this person? Yeah, I haven't done much on New Genesis. Like, I went back to it briefly, and then it's like, do I really want to do a grind? No. Yeah, so that trial right there, where is it? Did I approach you? Where is it now? Oh, I guess this is right here. Yeah, so this trial is like the one that's in this immediate area, and it will forever stay in this immediate area. No other trial will pop up unless you get rid of that one, either by expiration or you doing it and completing it. And it kind of sucks because, like, the randomness that was in Oracle, where anything could most likely happen, you're running around, then boom, a boss appears in your face. And then, like, if you try to run away from the boss, guess what? You might bump into another emergency trial, and boom, another boss is in your face. There was a time, especially back then, when, like, you didn't have the best sort of equipment, and it wasn't well polished in Oracle. There was a time when, what was it? Abby, Day, and I, we were, like, exploring this one map, and there was, like, 3 bosses that were kicking our asses. Even though we had, like, decent equipment, they were kicking out butts, and it was actually a struggle for us to get through that. But it was fun because we didn't expect 3 bosses to just pop up and just, like, wreck us so much. I mean, we wrecked them in the end, we killed them, but it was something to remember, and it was so chaotic and hectic, it was thrilling. But over here, it's like, it's fixed. That trial is still stuck down over there. Wait, what the heck is that? Did a boss just pop in? I guess boss popped in, I don't know. Oh wait, no, this is that ship. But yeah, that trial is still over there. It doesn't matter if I walk away from the trial, it's still over there. Randomites. Do I really want to do it? Well, randomites are really good. I'm not gonna ignore that bit, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. This is an Oracle stream, so I'm going back to Oracle. I just wanted to show that point with the trial. Look, it's still there. Like, there's no other trial that's popping up. And I get it. I get why they're doing all these various things, because especially with how the direction is and what the directors want, they want to try to make it friendly to new players. Although I question how friendly and easy they really want to make things, because from what I'm hearing from not only ECU, but like a lot of other people, they mentioned it too. Like, the only challenging thing was like Dark Files Rank 2. But for me to do said content, I may want to have to push myself and try to get the best equipment, or just get really good at what I'm doing. But I don't really know if I want to invest said time and effort into that. Sci-Fi is good when it's a captain. Oh, a captain. Right, that capsule looking dude.
どのクエストにする?
Thinking about it, let me do a challenge with this. I think I have extreme passes still. Let's go to Solo Worlds Beyond.
よろしくね。
Alright, let me turn off the game music and get into this. So, challenges, not gonna use... I'm only gonna use one armor piece, but everything else is based on the weapon. Now, I know I've done this sort of challenge with the Luster class, both on Global and then that of JP. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one too. Oh, it's this song. I mean, the old Oracle is still here. It's just that, in terms of like how many players are playing, I don't know. Depends on what ship you're on. I'm playing on JP right now, so. Oh wait, I think. But yeah, I'm playing on JP, so I can't really vouch for ship 2, especially. There's only a few people playing on Oracle. But it's your call if you want to go back to it. The main reason why you may want to go back to Oracle is to play the story, get the Star Gems, and then use those Star Gems to play on the new Genesis scratch. Other than that, any other incentives, any other quests in Oracle, that's your call. Ah, yeah. Well, I don't know how many hours I've been playing, but it's like... I've been playing this game for years, and... yeah, there's not a lot of incentives, bonuses to play Oracle other than what I stated, which is try to get titles, try to get Star Gems, and then do the story so you can get more Star Gems. Most of the stuff that you do in Oracle won't carry over to New Genesis. The Meseta you earn in Oracle will stay in Oracle. I mean, you can get some of the fashions that's over here, but there's a high chance that New Genesis is going to roll out with like a New Genesis variant upgrade, well, variant of it. So it's your call if you want to go back to Oracle. If you still have some stuff that's unfinished, like you didn't finish story, you didn't do certain game modes, and you're trying to get to a certain level with them, then you can go ahead and explore it. But in terms of doing gameplay stuff with randoms and different groups, that depends on the activity of that ship and block.
Stage start.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This challenge is what is it? I have to aim for the head. I have to hit it like 10,000 times with the damage under these seconds. With Luster, yeah, I think I could do it with Luster, not with. Oh no, I could do it with this class. Granted that it took a while for me to get into that mode. That was Carrie. Okay, now I remember why I hated this game mode too. It's you damn NPC girl. I forgot about her. You can't easily make Crescent, or no, you could try to get. Kid you? I think you can still get it. It's just that it's going to be time consuming to try to get those weapons, especially if you don't do the quest. And I mean, there's still the ultimate quest that kind of helps you out with it. I'm trying to remember what the requirements were to get the damn weapon. I'll look into that. Like, to try to get the frag abilities, though, and try to go crazy with 8 slots, that's gonna be difficult since most of those, special ability, well, no, what is it? Those medals. Actually, no, you can still try to do it, maybe, but it's not gonna be as easy. It's gonna be very time-consuming as well. But once again, what's the point if, like, New Genesis is moving away from that? But with who? There is well, yeah, that's why it also depends on what block and ship you're on. There were a few people that were doing it when I was, earlier, when I did that game mode. And that specific quest that helps you try to go towards it. Other than that, I don't know, you gotta be super lucky. It's either, hopefully randoms can help you, or you have some friends, teammates out there to help you do it. Now, I think there's like a penalty. Yeah, there should be a penalty because they didn't kill Rock Bear with a certain thing. I think it's like survive, or don't get hit, for 120 seconds against Eldar and Loser. Am I right? Take no damage for 30 seconds. Alright, let's see if I can do this. No, wait, yeah, I did farm this stanza because on global, I was trying to make my own crack stuff. Wait, does that count? That better not count as damage. Okay, nah, I got hit by that. Oh, fuck. What's the next?
Imagine code.
Actually, no, wait, if I failed it, I don't get the reward. Right, I remember that now. The next one's going to tell me to try to, break apart. Oh, you had to do it 50 times? I mean, it's triggers. But yeah, the question is why you want to do that when you can most likely do some other game modes where it can give you a 50 shot. Because I think you guys still don't even have that one shop, or 2021 shop, where you can get the what's the other weapon? Go with the craft, but then there's the what is it called? Fuck, what is that weapon doing? I don't remember. Crap. Then it was like a very shiny weapon. I had to Oh god, I hate these lasers. I remember why I hated this guy. I need to get fight his giant laser. No, not yet.
Stage clear.
I keep on forgetting I don't have a dash over here compared to that. Actually, no, I do have a dash. And then this is the break apart, if I remember. Yeah, destroy 10 parts. I think I could do that with Phantom.
Stage start.
Put this down. I think the one issue I had when I was doing this sort of thing was the sheer fact that I killed you guys. Okay, aim for it. I kind of wish breaking. Well, no, yeah, you could break parts in new Genesis. Some of them have breakable parts. Some of them don't. Okay, there's the other wing flap that I haven't destroyed. Focus on that. There we go. Oh wait, what's the space behind me? I hate that one. I hate this enemy type. And then now I gotta kill you before you can work on it. Now remember, if I have to pass this, I would have the right then I gotta deal with this thing. Decision says, does JP have options to play Matterboard stuff? No, sadly. I kind of wish that it was kind of a thing, because that was a very rare experience to it was a thing in the beginning of like Japanese PSO2, and Global kind of went through it as well, but they got rid of it. I don't remember how fast it was, but they did get rid of it. But yeah, like Japanese PS2 had it for like 3 episodes. Episode 3, I think, was when they were like, hey, look, you can get rid of Matterboard, so if you haven't gotten a bunch of rewards from it and you didn't do it, you might want to do it now. Wait, did I not break the part? Oh, very close. I was like, wow, okay, hold up, what's going on? Okay, I should hit that thing, bang. But no, you cannot go back and replay the Matador stuff. It was kind of it was limited in the certain time that they had. I wish you did, just because it does give a hint of how people progressed in the past. Because that thing was what kind of drives you to do certain things in the game so you can progress through the story. It was kind of tedious because it was not a count lock, meaning that all your characters, if you didn't do it for that one character, they had to progress through it in their own way. So if you were like doing episode 2 content on one character, the other character will not have that unlocked. Now, the quality of life change that they did is that all your characters are able to pretty much have it unlocked as long as one of your other characters did it already. And when I got back into a game, there were a lot of quality of life stuff that I wish happened back then, but they didn't add it until, I don't know, they were having a time frame. Oh god, I almost died. Oh no. It's always this thing that I hate fighting against. I missed that. How did I miss that?
Stage clear.
Next fight should be with Apprentice. Oh no, it's these two. I mean, I have to defeat both of them within the time limit. I can't remember. There was a way to buff myself too. It wasn't shit. Oh wait, I don't have those Oh wait, I just realized the other double is here.
Emergency code. No, let me kill you. I hate the fact that I got a bomb like that, and I almost died from that. And I don't think I can kill it within the time frame. Or maybe I could. Oh god, I took that I took a punch from that too. Oh god, I'm getting my butt handed to me. Fuck me. Oh, that... I feel like I could have actually got out of that. Noted. That better? Damn, fuck. I got my ass handed to me with that apprentice. What time is it? Maybe I should get back into Luster. Let me try that. Oh, someone's cosplaying as, what's her name from Persona 3?
たいつでもどうぞ
It's better? Alright. Let me see if I remember how to do Luster. The problem is I don't have my fire gun slash, so it's not gonna... Actually, I could find an alternative. If I remember, the main Luster character was this character. It was Rosa. Did it even change your look? Oh yeah, I did change your look to New Genesis specs. Actually, I just realized I logged into New Genesis. Yeah, so for Rosa, note that this is a different character, and I'm leveling her up in Waker for New Genesis. Because in the past, she used to be my summoner main, but I didn't really do too much with it, especially with how costly it was to actually do summoner back in Oracle. And then I didn't know what sort of candies and whatnot to put on my pets half the time. Yeah, I'll do a few more minutes and then I'm gonna end the stream there. And most likely I will try next week. I will start to... Oh wow, someone did No Game No Life cosplay right there, so... That's actually pretty accurate. Oh, that's the Dark Foul shirt too. It's close to what it was. I mean, the color is definitely close to it. The pants and the arm sleeve too is close to it. That's a pretty good cosplay. Did they actually... Let me view the fashion details, see if they actually put that in the, was it lookbook for you guys? Fashion catalog for us. Oh, they do a lot of cosplays. That's a flame. Oh, that's Scarlet from Tahoe. I'll give them a like since I looked at their character. She's such a tuna-bee doing that with her arm pose. What was I doing over here? I did not put that away. I have a bunch of junk on this actual inventory. How's your character storage? Oh yeah, she has a lot of eggs. That's not what I'm looking for. It doesn't have that gun such that I shoved somewhere. Anyways, it is. No, that's not teleport. Let's go. The concerts? I have no clue, because most of the time, I think it's there, but it's rare for me to see them. Yeah, I'm missing my flame gun slash. I only have this gun slash. And I think... Dang it. Who has the shortcut words? I think it's Sherelle that actually has it, not this character. Yeah, no, it's not this one. Put away the equipment. Get that off of me. We get a swap again. Now, once I'm done streaming, I will be releasing an old PSO2 video talking about the build that I did back then with that tank video of mine. It was stupid of how I was making it very tanky, but there's still a cap with the tankiness to it. Doesn't matter if you got like 100% in terms of, or if you excel past like 100%. with like your total resist and all that. You're kind of capped at that number. But you know, I did that build because someone kind of mentioned it. I wanted to fool around with it, and then it was kind of an inspiration to someone that I knew that was like doing a tank sort of role in PSO2 back in the days. Is that the gun slash? I have that one that's not really ideal, and this has the ability to act like a nuke for one time if I charge it up. Yeah, I had like different palettes that I was using. But I don't know where this fire one is. Still looking for that. Let me see if I have the keywords. I still have these keywords. Oh god, that's funny. Oh god. What quest is this? Apprentice, don't care. I don't even remember how I did this. How did I play with the light elements? Why am I orange? The heck? Yeah, I guess this works for one now. Mega chunky cast. Yeah, I could have. But nah, the tank build isn't ideal though because it's just stupid and it has so much defense, but like in terms of attack, it's not that great. I guess the best way for me to test this is if I go over here to Masquerade. Now I'm trying to remember how I went about this. Oh, I'll play this song. No clue if this gave me copyright issues. I mean, if there is, I'm not being monetized, but okay, that charges it. I'm trying to remember other things too. Oh gosh, wait, I forgot. I forgot there's different modes. Trying to remember what I like doing a lot more of. That was fast, but it's also because I was using certain equipment. Completed. I think the one that I like doing was... yeah, that move. I like doing that a lot. I swap between the palettes because it depends on where the enemy's at and what I was doing. Hey there, Cora, how you doing? Well, I'm back on Oracle, not Regenesis. Still got a lot of things to do. Big one is story, but I'll do that next week. Just getting back into the swing of Oracle, remembering how to do my 2-click. I'm just getting back into the swing of things. I mean, I could also do challenges where I'm like not using the armor equipment too. Yeah, I'm not used to this element though. I missed the fire element. I could just die so I can get more practice. Oh, he already blocked that. Alright. Never do this with no armor.
Completed.
Ooh, ow, that hurts a lot more with no armor. Ooh, what got me right there? That poison hurts. Try to remember how I did this lifestyle. I might need to play around with it off stream. But anyways, I am done with this stream for now. I gotta do some stuff, prep that video that I was talking about earlier that I'm gonna be releasing. I will most likely next week stream more PSO2 Oracle stuff, especially in terms of story, since I'm still stuck on episode 3. I still need to find this fire gun slash of mine. I don't know what I did with it. Either I converted it to a different weapon and placed down someone in New Genesis, or it's somewhere in one of my storages, but I don't know where. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I might have a different stream too, where I just kind of finish up with any sort of last minute augments and fixes that I had over here and just get rid of all the stuff that I just been hoarding in these storages. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but I'm gonna do it. Don't know what I'm gonna be making, but I'm gonna do it. No problems. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.